Hey YouTube, tonight we're going to look at another product from Chauvet, the Chauvet Hurrican Haze 2D. Okay, and here is our Chauvet Hurrican Haze 2D. This is our haze unit from Chauvet. Couple of things real quick about it. You can see the physical size of it. It is probably about just a little under 2 hands tall. It weighs probably about 15 pounds. Not too awful bad, pretty easy to get around. You can see at the top there it does have an easy handle to carry it with, or you can actually mount it to a truss and have it hang. There, the piece that you see that is up in the air, this right here, this is actually where you can change the direction that the haze is in. You can have it shoot straight out or all the way up at like this, where it will shoot up into the air whenever it disperses the haze. Okay, if we come around here to the front, you can see this is where the haze comes out. And if we look in there, you will see, first off, there's a little sponge foam filter right here that soaks up any of the moisture. And then down inside of here, you'll see there is a little squirrel cage fan. And basically the way this works is this is a smoke machine, fog machine, that creates the fog, and then it disperses it into the fan, and then the fan shoots it up through here. So basically the fan just kind of dilutes that fog so that you don't have that heavy fog that you get normally with a regular fog machine. It is a much lighter haze, a mist of fog, instead of the big heavy thick fog. Okay, back to the side of the unit, and you can see right there, you can get a better look at the squirrel cage type fan that disperses and dilutes the fog into the haze. Okay, now back around to the back of the unit to look at the controls of it. Let's zoom in here just a little bit. Let's go up here and look. Right here we actually have the dip switches where you can set the DMX channel, because you can actually trigger this with your DMX controller rather than using the control that comes with it. If we go down to right here, you will see there's your DMX in and out. As I said, you can trigger this with a DMX controller and make it a part of your programmed light show. If we go down just a little further, we have the input for the wired remote control that comes with it, which we'll look at here in just a moment. Again, go down just a little bit further, and we have our power on-off switch and our IEC plug in for power. Over here to the side, you will see there is some more wording on it. This is basically DMX addressing control, a little cheater sheet there for you so that you can remember how to set your DMX address, and then just some other instructions on how to use it. Okay, of course here we have our power cable IEC that comes with it, and here we have our wired remote control that comes with it with I think it's a 15-foot cable that it has. Show you here a little bit about this. Let's get it under the light here so that we can see it. We have several controls here. Here we have the interval. That is, if you use the timer function, the interval will control how often it comes on. The lower you have it, the quicker it comes on. If you increase that, it will actually come on less frequently. Over here we have the duration. That will control when it does come on based on your interval, how long it actually disperses haze. Of course, the when you go over to the plus side, that is the longer amount of time that it will put out haze. If you just want a real quick burst, you would run it back to the left. And then here we have our output, which actually increases the fan speed so that it will shoot the haze out further rather than just kind of gently blowing it out and it coming out right outside of it. Go back down here to the bottom again, and like I told you, we have a timer function here where we can make this unit come on and off during a performance without you having to worry about it. In the middle here, the red one, we have a continuous. If you press this in, it will just continuously dispense haze. And then over here we do have a manual button where if you don't have either one of these pressed, you can just reach over, and as long as you hold that in, you will get haze. Okay, back around here to the back, this thing has a panel door that opens up, and you can see this is where our haze fluid goes in. Beneath that is a compartment where you can store your wired remote control and your power cord. They both will fit in there. It's a little tight, but they will fit in there. Usually I just put my remote in there and I keep my power cord with the rest of my power cords for lights and everything else. But there's where your haze fluid goes. This is removable. Fill it up and let it go. Okay. On the right side of the unit, you will see here's where we can always tell how much fluid we have in our unit. This illuminates and shows you, see, there's our level of fluid, so we know we're about halfway full. Right now it's illuminated a pink color, which tells us that it is warming up. It takes about 3 to 5 minutes for the unit to warm up, so we're going to let it do that right now, and then we are going to see it in action. Okay, we've got our lights going. As you can see here, our light has turned to blue instead of the pink color, which tells us it is ready to go. And wanted to show you here our remote, now that we've got it plugged into the back. The red and the green, which are the continuous and the manual buttons, they stay lit up continuously even if you don't have them engaged, but the timer will only be lit up if you actually have it turned on. So now we're going to set it down on the floor beneath our lights and let you see what it looks like in action. Okay, we're going to test this with the Chauvet swarms. You can see I've got both of them running. I've got them running in program mode on program number 16 in master slave. You can see, oh, it just came on, and there we go. You can immediately begin to see the beams. But if you will notice, you don't see a thick fog in the air like you do with a fog machine. And then if we come over to, let's turn around and look. You can see, of course, this is what we did a video on the Chauvet swarms. Of course, they put all these hundreds of little dashes out onto the dance floor, the walls, whatever it may be. And that looks great, but what if you want that little bit of extra and you want to be able to see those beams? Okay, so as I said, you can see here it's done 2 quick little spurts of haze in the timer mode, and within seconds we are seeing beams come out of it. There's spurt number 3. You can clearly see these beams, which just gives you a lot of movement and really enhances your light show. So you can see here the beams are even showing up as we go all the way over to here. That's spurt number 3 of haze, and you heard there it only stayed on about 10 seconds. Now I'm going to change this. I'm going to take it out of the timer mode, and we're going to put it into continuous to get a little haze in here, fog it up just a little bit. But now, as you can see, now there's where it's actually coming out, so you can see it as it comes out. But if you look around the room here, we don't have that thick fog that you get with a fog machine. But right here you can see, as we're going onto the wall, all the way over to the wall, we are seeing those beams. And then as we come over here, this is what people would be seeing from the dance floor. Now that is cool. They're not being choked with fog, but they are getting an absolutely beautiful light show with the Chauvet Swarm 4 with 2 of them with just a little bit of haze in the air. So this is the Chauvet Hurrican Haze 2D. This is an absolute must definitely for bands, for your light shows. But as a DJ, if you really want to give it that pop and make these lights, these hundreds and hundreds of beams that are coming out of these lights that we use, make those really pop and get people in the mood, this is the machine to use without fogging up the entire room. And like I said, in most cases these will not set off smoke detectors, but as always, still consult with your venue. Again, this is Augie with Premier DJ Services. Practice and enjoy.